Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fata Morgana. Now, we've been a bit horrible. We've chosen to not be satisfied with the explanation that the maid has given us of all of the events that have happened within the story so far. So, we are now seeing potentially the truth. We are forcing the maid to accept what is the true world. And somehow, by realizing all of the tales, no, sorry, by listening to the tale that the maid has just told us, we have been able to figure out who we are. And now it's kind of as if we remember, even though the maid hasn't really directly told us who we are. So let's just read the backlog, get a bit of context, and then begin, because I think today's going to be a very exciting session. We're going to begin seeing Giselle, not the white-haired girl, Giselle's story. I mean, obviously the white-haired girl's name is Giselle, but at the same time, so is the maid's. But the only thing is, what was bad about us? What was so bad about us that we had to be replaced by the white-haired girl? Yeah, brutality. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but that's interesting. So what's more humane? Lying about a story just because of the fact that you want to run away from all of the painful memories, and obviously as a result of that creating a story that's more kind, or the fact that you have made it so that the truth is not believable. And if anything, we are quite impressionable. We could have actually believed what the maid was saying, so she could have entirely changed us as well. It's hard to tell. It's hard to analyse that with a moral perspective. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Yeah, but that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so she wants to remain being the maid just so that she doesn't have to have the pain. She wants that, if anything. She's probably aware of what's happening, but she doesn't want to admit it. Yeah. That's interesting. She's really, really refusing the opening of this fifth door. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to believe what made it lose its warmth. I suppose that's a good question to ask. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's begin whatever the hell this is going to be. So what is... Oh, shit. We're so... Alright, okay, so... It looks like this might be a city. Okay. This is what I'm getting. It's apparently the centre of this city here, Lausanne or something like that. I don't know how you say that. But, yeah. When was it founded? The 12th century. Okay. Oh, wait, the cathedral was built in the 12th century. I'm getting a lot of different results. Oh, right, look at this. So... Okay, so this settlement's been here for ages, so it would make sense to assume that that could be where it is. So this Giselle might be Swedish, and I know nothing about Sweden-related things. Let's just search. Is Giselle a Swedish name? Oh, so it's a French name, it seems. Apparently it has German origins as well. Okay then. Yeah, I might as well check. Interesting. I see, so it's just a place that everybody tries to get into for probably employment related prosperity, and if they leave, however, nobody cares about them. Doesn't sound like the most forgiving place to live in, and it sounds like somewhere where people only work to get in, the top of the top. Oh, I see. So it does actually have a really large population of the poor. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a real... Okay. It's a real divide between the rich and poor. I bet you anything, in Giselle's character, we are going to see a lot of the white-haired girl. She's probably heading towards the mansion. Oh my god, so I wonder if this is going to be like the memoir. Yeah, yeah, it's exactly the same song. Oh my god, that's interesting. Yeah, I remember this song. I'm not even going to pretend to know the meaning of taciturn. Oh, I see, so uncommunicative. Jesus Christ, what did she do? What? How? What did you do? Seriously, what did she do? Unusual, very unusual. Very loud thing. Seriously, I don't really understand what's happened. Jesus Christ, so whatever this is, it's automatically starting with a cruel beginning. There's no kindness at all. Well, this is the real world rather than fabrications, so it does make sense in a way. Yeah, and surprising considering just how old everything was. I just really don't understand why she is viewed as a criminal. Maybe this is her punishment for whatever she's done. Get deported to some sort of really cursed mansion that people just... Well, a cursed mansion that's renowned for people not being safe in. But then again, I mean, obviously all of the curses surrounding the mansion were only thought of within the fabricated story, so maybe in the real world there's something that's a little bit more vicious. Very unpleasant. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot, that it's unpleasant. Feels unusual, yeah. She's being very kind to this person who so-and-so hates her so much for some reason. This guy's a real arsehole. Fucking hell. Yeah, seriously, I agree. No. I just don't really understand why she has been sent here, and secondly, what's significant about this driver's hatred to Giselle. That's what you would have thought. Yeah, what would she do? I agree, yeah. So it seems very similar to the white-haired girl's story now, but obviously, rather than her being persecuted for being a witch, she's just been sent here by some random arsehole driver. Yeah, here we go. Feels very weird to be seeing this background, but now in the world that represents the truth. Yeah, fair enough. But it is a very reasonable worry though. What would happen if there was nobody there, if you had just been sent to some random location? Yeah, reasonable. Even though it's daytime outside, that's interesting. God, it really just gives you a perspective as to how dark everything is in this mansion. It's surprising how old this place is, if I'm going to be honest. It really is. I just wonder who crafted a mansion that is so unusual. And do keep in mind that for $10.99 to have something as impressively built as this, it must have don't even want to imagine how rich the owner of this mansion must be. But then again, I mean, I suppose if there is a true story of a witch, then I don't know, maybe they could somehow use magic to build it or something ridiculous like that. They could have done anything. God. Yeah, no, I can see why. Yeah, no, I don't blame her for thinking that. But yeah, this is where we potentially see Michel. No Michel, that's interesting. Accurate representation of what is being shown within the mansion. Okay. Okay, so this might be the glass window. Stained glass window even. So, are we going to see anybody around here? Because this is where we met Michel last time. True. Yeah, and to think that such an accurate and precise and just in general skillfully made sculpture could, well, work of art let's say, could just so easily be hidden. I mean, you can tell that whatever this is, it definitely has severe hatred and, I don't know, like a really bad grudge associated with it, just particularly because of how it's cast aside. And it does tell you that there could be a possibility of somebody living here, maybe? I don't know. I just think it's so creepy that it's this dark in the daytime. No Michel, though. Fuck. Yeah, lucky it didn't start when she was there. I mean, what would be the worst thing? Being soaked and then being completely in the dark. And when I say that, I mean quite literally. Completely in the dark. I don't know, why would somebody cover it up? What are the associations made with said image? I see, so now we are going to meet whoever the substitute for Michel is, or maybe Michel himself, I don't know. It's exactly the same. Interesting. I did not expect that. But then again, I suppose it does make sense when you think about the memoir that we saw. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. She seems respectful, she seems kind, she seems like somebody who's harmless, so why was she sent here? Yeah, fair enough. And now we might actually see why Michel has decided to make it so that the mansion is completely dark. And also, we need to see what the non-fairy tale equivalent of his quote-unquote curse is. Yeah, me too. Why is it not? Night vision. just eat carrots. No way. You're contributing to global warming. No, I'm just kidding. I just find it really interesting that he's very, very honest. It's just the truth, nothing more. Sorry, nothing less, even. True. That is very true. But the only thing is, I mean, she obviously needs to stay somewhere because she's just been sent to a completely unknown place. And nobody cares about her whereabouts, it seems. So she needs to stay here. She has dependence. Because if she doesn't stay here, then she has a dependency on this place, because if she doesn't stay here, then she's going to starve to death. God, he's saying nearly exactly the same things. Yeah, interesting. So what is happening to her compared to what happens to the white-haired girl, I wonder? But what is interesting is that this Michel is very similar. Very, very similar. It feels like the only elements that are changed of this tale are the whole witch and fairy tale elements. Isn't it interesting just how little need of value, economical value he has, and also just in general how little need of light he has. You can clearly tell he's not normal. I mean, I just wonder why this is his mansion. I mean, I just feel like if you have a mansion that is this grand, why are you letting people steal? Well, why are you giving people opportunity to take some of the furniture? He's not friendly at all here. She is not aware of how they refer to the mansion. Oh, never mind. Don't ask me to predict the plot. Jesus Christ. I got it totally wrong. Interesting, so they are saying that a witch lives here, still. She's very well informed. Transgressions. What did she do? Is transgression just a synonym for crime? Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's a move of desperation. But why would she meet her own destruction had she stayed here? regret at having stayed here or the curse. What is the curse though? I'm just surprised that even though this is the true tale with a lack of, well, with a lack of fairy tale like elements, it's still the case that there is a curse involved and a witch, obviously. Yeah. She knows that. I'm surprised. Oh my god, are we going to see her? Oh. But the only thing is, I mean, yeah, there's a clear contradiction. Is she saying this to try and scare what's her name away? Giselle? Ooh, transition time. Yes. What's this? Looks like some sort of plant, leaves. Looks really beautiful, actually. I like it. No, of course not. It doesn't need to be. Yeah. I just wonder whose perspective this is, considering that there is a plant here. And I don't know, there's just an indication of there being a different perspective. I thought we were going to get a chapter transition there, but no. Michel had no interest, but yeah, that does make sense. Okay, it's interesting that we are actually seeing perspectives of Michel now. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, God. She looks so weird. Holy shit. This is so odd to get used to. And she does... You can see the resemblance of the maid in her. New soundtrack as well. Yeah, it's interesting. I see. Oh my god, that's hilarious. God, that was the worst response he could have ever imagined. That's the worst thing. It's not a joke. He was genuinely trying to think that. But the only thing is, I mean, he does have some sort of reason for thinking it, considering that it fills the criteria. is interesting. I find it interesting that Michel saying that he is the witch is actually one of the points that whoever we truly are, it's kind of one of the points that makes us doubt the tale and makes us doubt everything we are listening to, even though what he is saying was objectively false. But we weren't to know that, of course. Yeah, he's probably never been told something like this in his life. I just don't understand which crimes that she has committed, like what they are even. Oh god, don't spoil it. She's really quite kind, and if I'm going to be honest, she definitely has guts to be going into a mansion pitch black and then you see somebody talk with such an emotionless tone of voice. I get that you are informed of the mansion, but it still must be very, very terrifying. And sorry, I meant to say scary there, but yeah, it must have been very scary, and it's just impressive that she has this much bravery. If I'm going to be honest, I really think that. Yeah, fair enough. Cursed powers. Let's be honest, this is just what society views as cursed. A witch is like another way of saying, in these times, a reject of society. Somebody who doesn't follow the belief of the mass majority, really. Yeah, totally, yeah. At least it's somebody who she could possibly get to know. Interesting. She seems like a very sociable person, which is quite surprising. She's just assuming that she can stay here. That's hilarious. Oh. Is that true or what? Made a little goof. Jesus Christ, what happened? So it's interesting what happened in Door 4, considering that Michel has possibly traumatic and very awful. Michel has traumatic and awful memories of home, and what the maid does is make it so that he feels as if he's never had said memories. He has never had a possibility to experience home because of his curse. He has had the concept of home completely removed from him. Yeah, it's unusual. Well, they're not really reaching out. If anything, this is more a punishment, surely, because she's committed some sort of crime, or, as she said, transgression, and as a result of that, she's arrived here. But God, whatever this is, it's not good at all. Very, very dark. Yeah. Just an indication that you were always going to be stuck here. Why are you so afraid of the light, though? That is my question. And outside as well. Punishment. There is no love in this whatsoever. Her mother's actually alive, ironically. Wait, hang on a second, what? His curse? Yeah, please word that better. Yeah, he feels very, very provoked. Yeah, and it's really interesting that, I suppose they were always people that were made for each other in Dorfor, just considering that she had been persecuted, and obviously Michel has had a very difficult life considering his curse, and they had just instantly been able to bond over that. There was nothing that they had in relation to history together. The history and the common connection they had, it was completely erased. Yeah, God, it must be quite difficult, whatever it is. I wonder how she's going to sugarcoat this. Let me guess, I stole money. I stole gold. Or something like that, I don't know. She doesn't really seem like the type to do so. But you were an Abigail for your mother. You just said for his mother. You just said that. Yeah. So you're an Abigail for the mother, and yet you've barely spoken to her? That just seems really hard to imagine. If he had known I would have been freed, that's probably what it is. So I'd assume that whatever is happening, Michel's father loves him a lot more than the mother does. What has happened for him to be here? And why does he get this almost traumatic response when the word home is mentioned? Yeah. This is a beautiful soundtrack, and I just mentioned I think it sounds very good. even though it kind of sounds like in the background there's screaming. Jesus Christ, she's trying her hardest. I see. Well, I mean, she doesn't exactly have a choice. This is the worst thing. She has to make the best out of the situation, otherwise she is going to starve. She is going to have an awful life. I mean, actually, no, I take that back. If the worst of the worst happened, like Michel said, she could just help herself to some of the furniture and then hopefully sell it in the village nearby and just pray you don't have a thing called starvation happen to you as well. Yeah, it's a very tricky situation, and if Michel was not wanting to cooperate because of the fact that she has associations with home, then that's even worse. If the father possibly loves Michel and actually treats him like a son, I don't know, I know nothing about his family, but if that is the case, and Giselle was sent here because of that, then maybe he did it with Michel's best interests at heart. I don't know. I just wonder why he was here. She's not going to. God, she's going to be so insisting. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you can probably see just what must have been done for him to feel as scarred as possible, that he would be this rude to somebody. And obviously, well, just because of the fact that she has associations with home. God. God, she's really, really trying. But then again, I mean, even if you don't want to be near Michel, this is survival. You have to try. You have to try and get a good relation with this person. And my God, she is being the most overbearing and annoying person. I just find it really surprising that you kind of get the impression that she doesn't fully take Michel seriously, just because, I mean, there's firstly the witch related, everything related to the witch and her just blatantly laughing, and also Michel trying to intimidate her, shouting, but nothing happening, nothing coming of it. Oh God, was that her tummy rumbling? I'm impressed she was actually given anything to eat at all. Yeah, fair enough. Oh god. That is so embarrassing. Holy shit. He's probably just saying this just so that Giselle leaves him alone. How does he get his food? Is it the same as last time, I wonder? Jesus. Could that be deadly? Is he going to insist she doesn't do that, I wonder? Just because of the fact that... Well, I mean, there was always an indication that there was no witch, i.e. no Morgana. And Michel was saying that he was the person who was the witch. He doesn't actually have knowledge of Morgana, I don't think. I don't know, actually. But he's... Yeah, I do wonder. Yeah, fair enough. Oh my god, yeah. So, what Michel was probably saying is, oh, this is where the kitchen is. Can you help me find it? I don't know where you are. I don't know where I am in this mansion. And then he would just give the sharpest decline ever. But no, it doesn't look like his plan had worked. Yeah. Yeah. She's still insisting. God, she is going to piss Michel off so much. This must be such an awkward interaction, just considering that they can't see each other whatsoever. Is he going to introduce himself, I wonder? He isn't. Interesting. You can just see... It's interesting, though. What the white-haired girl was doing had no difficulty with Michel. I mean, at first it was a bit awkward, but at the same time they really grew on each other. It was easy. It was ideal. It was not like this. this is going. If this is a relationship, if this actually grows into a relationship, I will be very impressed. This seems like somebody who would be willing to do anything. I mean, let's be honest, Giselle would definitely want to get to know this person more, which could develop into something, but Michel is a literal brick wall. Yeah, he's very, very rude to her. Just because of the fact that she has association with home. That house rather than my house. Interesting, that. Chapter interval sound now? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we are switching between viewpoints. Okay. A lot. Yeah, fair enough. And if anything, I don't know if they are going to be able to understand each other. It just feels so distant, and it feels like such an impossibility of anything developing at the moment. It feels, what's going to change anything? Yeah, I find that interesting how that's explained in the fourth door, because he has to stay away. It's not as if he does it by choice because of his curse. It feels like the curse is a way of explaining all of the difficulties that are arising in the truth. In the true relationship the two have. I see. Dude, how many bodies is he keeping in his in his chambers? It just feels like nothing is progressing. Maybe, but she comes from his home. We don't know how bad that is, but it gives an indication of hopelessness. Totally. I do too, yeah. Oh, interesting. So here we are at the library. Yeah. I know, it feels so unusual. But the only thing is, I mean, he doesn't even want a servant, especially considering that his servant is somebody who came from his own house. clean in the dark? Really? Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I'm sorry, but you can't see anything. Look at how much potential for, I don't know, for example, a decomposition there might be. And disgust. Oh, yeah. That's fair. It's a good way to learn the place you are going to be spending a lot of your time in as well. That is, if Michel does not kick you out. It's just funny that she has totally forced her way in as a servant for him, and she's just trying her hardest to get Michel to cooperate. Yep. If anything, it's going to be... Oh, I see. Yeah, if anything, it's going to be probably the most difficult task. And unnecessarily difficult, of course, just because of the fact that everything is so dusty. Yeah, totally, yeah. There's no point. I mean, he doesn't care, it's his own house, he hasn't ordered you to do it, why are you doing this? He is literally not going to recognise a single one of your efforts. But I suppose it's for her sake as well. It's not healthy to live in conditions that are so dusty. I don't actually know enough about this. What happens if you live in... severe dust. Oh god. Fucking hell, I didn't realise that. So excessive inhalation of dust might actually result in lung disease. Wow. Yeah. True. Yeah, that was another part about door 4. A lack of... Well, I suppose that lack of sanity is explained by the curse. Yeah, what is wrong with him? It's 10.99, okay. Let's just remember that. Well, why are you still alive then? I bet you he's right behind you. True. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I know, she's gonna go crazy. How he has adapted to this is anybody's question. And no hygiene as well. Yeah, I totally agree, yeah. Yeah, fair. I really wonder that too. It seems like he definitely doesn't have a good connection with his mom. If anything, an absolutely horrible one. Yeah. fair enough. So I do wonder if the book is going to... if there's going to be loads of books toppling down on each other, like there was in Door 4. Totally. Yeah, you've got to be very careful. I mean, you risk getting thrown out already just because of who you are. Oh god. Cripes. Oh, she'd fallen off of the chair. Fuck. Shit. Oh, God. You have been an idiot, you have chased your curiosities, and now you are having the worst case scenario happen. Yeah, that's totally true. It's interesting that he really feels... he's really one-sided. He just thinks that his view is the only one and there will be no other views to contest his view. It just really feels as if he is doing everything right and there's nothing that can be used to correct him. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't look that skinny. No, actually, no. His face doesn't really look that skinny, but then his arm looks really quite skinny. But, yeah, I suppose I don't really think the sprite is the most accurate representation of somebody who is properly thin. But, yeah. Oh God. Interesting. It's interesting that he doesn't ask. No, totally reasonable, but the only thing is he has reached his hand out for you. That is the point, which is honestly something I was never expecting. I thought this Michel was going to be a lot more resistant. Where was it? Oh yeah. Oh, they fully knew what they were doing. Oh my, like, as in the people who wrote this. Jesus Christ. That is true, but still. Oh my God. You thought that there could be some sort of indication of hope. I thought it was sudden. Yeah, no. No, I don't know. I don't know if he is. I mean, why would door 4 exist? Why would he be painted in a good light? Huh? It just doesn't really make sense. But, like, if he was a terrible person. But also, my point is, if he is a terrible person, then why does he feel like he is so victimized? If he was never a victim of everything that had happened, would he be a terrible... Well, would he be doing things like this, I wonder? If she was somebody who did not have associations with Michel's home, would he be acting like this? Is he naturally like this? I don't think so. I just think it's because of the fact that she has connections with his home. Ooh, might be seeing the transition. No? We're constantly seeing each other's viewpoints. My God. She looks different. I think it's, Jesus Christ, that's why she looks different. She looks very, very injured. God, and, her clothes look a little bit different as well. Or is that just me? I don't know, but fucking hell. You see a woman this injured, and yet you don't want to help her. It just really highlights the... Either it highlights that he's a horrible person. Dude, you're breathing in very, very dusty air in a very dark place. Very, very dark. She looks like she's caught a fucking suntan. Totally, yeah. It is true, she has not been invited by Michel. She's been forced to go here of her own will, and also Michel's been forced to take her on as well. The only people who are actually doing this with their own will is Michel's parents. Sorry, yeah, Michel's parents. It is interesting. So Michel doesn't like her whatsoever, even though she's being so chatty. She's being so easy to get to know, but Michel just will not make anything happen, just simply because of the fact that he feels she's invasive, she's annoying, she's not really doing the best job as well. I mean, who's a good cleaner and yet knocks loads of books down? Yeah. So he has this much trouble relating to his home, and yet at the same time he still receives the books monthly, and somebody still attends towards his needs, even though he has so many bad memories with his home. I just wonder why would they care about him? His father doesn't seem like I think there was hints that his father liked him. Maybe that could be relevant, I don't know. Interesting. She actually counted all of them. You can never tell, it's hilarious. Morgana, that could be why. Yeah, him just trying to seem as off-putting as possible. Oh, he deserved that. Oh, it is actually the legend of the witch that she's reading, ironically. Yeah, that's interesting. Totally. Interesting. True. How did he hurt her though, I wonder? It's just hard to believe that anything ever happened in this relationship. Gonna just take a break for a sec. Right, okay, we're back now. So I did kind of skim through this. Let's just analyse it a bit more. Yeah, but it is interesting. He does definitely feel that she is invasive, but if I'm going to be honest, I kind of get the impression that he would probably feel all of these traits less if... I don't know, I feel like he just kind of exaggerates everything that he doesn't like about this person just because of the fact that she is from the same home as him. Well, not really from, but has associations with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I just find it really quite surprising to think about the fact that Michel is somebody who he really takes pleasure and pride in loneliness, if anything. He's a person who, ironically, is willfully lonely. You have somebody who is being so nice to you, somebody who is completely reaching out to you. It doesn't even matter whether they're from home or not. She is really being as kind as she could. But at the same time, Michel will not see said kindness just because of the fact that, just because of where she has associations from. I just find it interesting that he thinks he himself has benefited from not getting to know this person. I don't think she has any bad intentions at all. I mean, to be fair, she was kicked out of her house, but at the same time, I still don't really see her as a bad person. So, i.e. somebody who would be awful to know. Yeah, but I just find it really interesting how little he cares of life. It feels like he lives, and there's not really any key element. He lives without the key things that people should care about, i.e. how long you should live, and, I don't know, light, for example. Feels like a very disturbed existence. Is inscrutable like a way of saying agonizing, or? Oh, impossible to understand. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's interesting as well. I want to learn more about this. I just think it's so awful how he is... She's just behaving like a human being. She really is, because she probably thinks of Michel as someone who is really quite creepy, given his weird lifestyle. And she just can't help but feel bad, just because of the fact that this is not normal and this should never be happening. it is interesting. Why was he here of his own volition? And why did people allow him to come here as well? That's what I wonder. I really do wonder how you would reason all of that out. And my god, Michel really finds Giselle exhausting. Yeah, Giselle's just unable to take the hint of the fact that you do not want to know her whatsoever. She's really insisting, but I suppose she has to be here. And there's not exactly anywhere else she can easily go to, so might as well make the most of it. And might as well try to get to know the person there. No matter how difficult it's going to be. I really do wonder what's going to happen. There is an indication that everything will go well in the end. But I don't know how that's going to happen because I'm sorry, but I don't think you could talk to more of a brick wall than Michel, even if you tried. Yeah, it's just interesting that societal expectation and how she totally shatters it as well. That's actually really interesting. So maybe this could be the origin of the story of Morgana as well. As in, well, no, it would actually kind of make sense if this story was adapted in the Fourth Door to obviously make it sound like, oh, the witch is going to promise you good harvests, but at the same time you're going to have lots of suffering as a result. You're literally going to make it so that, sorry, everybody's going to turn mad. Yeah, that actually makes sense. That's interesting. Very reasonable. Yeah, but kind of like what Michel was saying. Yeah, sure, it's something important, but does he really need to know? They don't really have that personal nature. God. My god, that's ironic. You can just really tell somebody who is damaged here just because of the fact that he can actually say stuff like this. I mean, you can just really tell that oh, I don't know, you can really, he just feels like somebody who's really damaged by another person. So obviously if you've been damaged by people, then why would you want to read the thoughts of other people? You just want to live a life by yourself. I mean, I can't really tell if he's happy or not in this life. It doesn't seem like he is at all. But the pessimism is unbelievable, it really is. being emotional is exhausting. That is fair, but still. Yeah, God, it's just Giselle was really trying to convince Michel to kind of become a person that he isn't. If anything, just to see a totally different perspective. But God, I really do wonder what this last line implies. Yeah, but my God. It is really quite hopeless. But it's interesting just seeing how hard Giselle was actually trying just so that they can have a better relation together. Yeah, doesn't even matter. That's just I don't know, that's just like a label, if anything. They're just two people who live in the same house. Yeah, so doesn't mean anything. She's still really making an effort. I wouldn't be surprised if his health is seriously bad. I really wouldn't be. I mean, as Giselle said, look at how skinny the man was. He would be, and that's just the saddest thing. I mean, Giselle is trying so hard to be as kind as she can to this man, and yet he is not doing anything. He is not seeing anything of what she is doing. Yeah, he's not being nice about it at all, I see that. No, she isn't at all. She's just trying to get to know somebody. Yeah, but I suppose I'm not really thinking about the context as well. I mean, obviously I want these people to have a nice time together and for Giselle to have the best time she can, but they are servant and master. Of course there is going to be some sort of distance. If anything, it is a bit weird for them to have some sort of relationship if they are, but I don't know. Yeah. No, not really. But to be fair, I mean, if Michel obviously doesn't want to know you, then maybe being invasive might not be the best idea. I do wonder if Michel's ever going to see her kindness. I do wonder. She is, yeah, and she is not being unkind at all. Right. It could have all been prevented with one little sentence. Saying where she comes from. I bet you anything they would have no tensions if she had not revealed where she comes from. But it's not only that, there's a lot of personality traits that Michel doesn't really like. He's just thinking this person here is not his ideal woman, so as a result of that, she's awful. It's just a bit insane. Exactly, yeah, it's not fair on her, yeah. Well, actually, maybe it is fair on her to a certain extent if you think about what has been caused. Sorry, what she has done to deserve this. Maybe she's done something really bad, who knows? No, but surely if she's done something really bad, she should be executed in times like these. Maybe it wasn't something very, very bad. I don't know. Yeah, she really is trying hard to make this work. And if I'm going to be honest, so many people would have given up by now. I mean, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks in the future. And yet you were still going. Yeah, does he have it in him? You've tried so hard to break the ice. Are you ever going to break it, though? That's the question. She does have to be herself. She can't try too hard. That's what you'd hope. Yeah, in the dark. Okay, good luck. It's going to be difficult to make supper in conditions like this. But maybe she'll be able to do it. I don't know. It is interesting. So she's just got to do everything so that Michel can possibly be convinced. God. Let's hope she doesn't have lots of rejection. Oh my god. I wonder if we're going to see what's written, what Maria saw in the 19th century. 1869. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, then again, of course they're going to be out of supplies. He's only being sent supplies for one person rather than two, I would assume. I don't know, though. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I know, how he lives is anybody's question. No, that's being optimistic. Yeah, and I don't blame Giselle for just subconsciously having a big concern for Michel's health, because let's be honest, there are few things that are less awful than Michel's health. I'm sorry, but he's only got a few years left. His life expectancy is probably being lowered more and more. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but he has one illness, he's gone. There's not exactly any healthcare around here. And if anything, I'm impressed that he hasn't had a need for any healthcare within these last 10 years. But he's lucky. He really is. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, and he... Why is it that Michel always catches her? God. I don't actually remember this scene from before. I will just check, but I don't think it was there. I will just check though. Okay, this is a bit too far. This is Michel's confession. Which I do wonder what the equivalent of... I do wonder what the equivalent will be. Oh my god, so there's so many lines that are just exactly the same. Yeah, but isn't it interesting that Michel seems to be taking more and more notice of her in the fourth door by this time? I find it interesting that there's less realism in the fourth door, less thoughts of what the fuck is going on with this guy's health, for example. Yeah, so it's not really that much of a significant scene because all she really does is wonder just about how Michel has obtained his food supplies, and were she a little bit more tough, maybe she would have been able to get some herself, or maybe go into the village if she wasn't somebody who was on the run. Yeah. Talk about a bad time to be overheard. Fucking hell. Well, is it your business if she's talking to someone? Oh, I get it. Morgana, possibly. He's definitely hiding him having met somebody within these last 10 years. Oh god, I don't like that he emphasizes alive. I don't think that was a joke. I just feel like there's something more to this. Oh my god. Well, you've got to be very careful who you say this to. You'll probably get executed if you said this to the wrong sort. My god. So she's being very, very chatty, but something like this, saying that in 1099, that must be unbelievable. Yeah, you pray every day and yet you're aware of, I don't know, the reality of a lot of these things. Oh, can't have that, can we? Obviously blaspheming. Yeah. That's how you can tell somebody is very, very cut off. You still eat something. It's still double. It could be double the amount in theory, or maybe even more than double, depending on how much you eat compared to Michel. But it's on the verge of total decomposition. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh my god. Yeah, I can totally see that. That's so rude. I know, she is... Yeah, he really is a brick wall. God. For Giselle not to just say, you are such a rude person, fuck you, and to just continue as if nothing has ever happened, it must be so difficult. It really must be. Yeah, who would want to visit him? Ironically, the answer to Giselle's question. God, he's not saying anything. Exactly, yeah. Well, it's a routine-based delivery. Happens once every X months or X days or whatever. Yeah, reasonable. Must feel so weird to see. God. God. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. You can't tell. It could be both. It could be one. Who knows? Yeah. So what I find interesting about here, he's saying bar the door, even though the door is completely unlocked when Giselle was there. Could that be a possible implication that he wants the door to be barred so that nobody like nobody like Giselle can come in the future, maybe? totally. Agreed. How Michel has done it for 10 years is anybody's question. That's sweet, yeah. Yeah, you can just see her being really, really defiant, and if anything, I think you can really see her just giving up on Michel and her seeking her own life here. Even wine, goddamn. Didn't expect that. Yeah. Amazon delivery service. Do I need to say more? Interesting. Why do they think he's cursed? Is it because of the folklore attached with the mansion? Yeah, exactly. So she would have a very different perspective. God, look at his face. Didn't expect it to change like that. He looks very, very defeated. It just looks like you're smiling. Well, you're not smiling because you're happy, you're just smiling because you're so hopeless and you have nothing to do. It's just a smile of utter rejection. And if anything, a lack of happiness. Yeah, it's brutal, it really is. And I just like how the more we view this, the more interesting the fourth door becomes. Because there's always, like Michel says, an excuse. The convenience of the fact that Michel actually is cursed. It makes everything so much more kind. I mean, at least he's aware, I suppose. But let's be honest, he's just a very unfortunate person. Yeah, but isn't that interesting that he actually lets her have a way out if she wants? And I mean, she can't really be too sad about everything about Michel rejecting her if she is here of her own free will. She has been banished here, but she doesn't necessarily have to be here. She could start anew. He feels somebody who is very observational and somebody who can read thoughts surprisingly well. Or expressions. And obviously derive thoughts from said expressions. Yeah. But why do they want to stay away from him? Why is he such an outcast? Is Giselle an outcast as well? I mean, obviously she was ironically outcasted from her place of work, but was she ever bullied like, I don't know, for example, the white-haired girl was in The Fourth Door? God. Michel, he's got to be grateful to, just for a small extent, just because of the fact that this makes his life a lot easier. Giselle being around. What's the point of giving a painting to somebody who has more light than, I don't know, a fucking cave in his house? Well, similar levels of light to the bottom of a cave. God, look at his eyes! My God! Whatever it is, it's really personal. Oh my God, don't hurt her. Just don't hurt her. I think it's panic, and I don't know, I just find it really unusual. So why is there something that he finds potentially personal that has been sent in this package, and yet the person who is delivering it is not wanting to talk to him whatsoever and give a check on how he is whatsoever? I just wonder that there could be somebody who cares about him at home, maybe. And maybe that could be his father, possibly? I don't know. And obviously and then the servant is just the person who is delivering it. But then obviously I have the question of why couldn't the father deliver it himself? But yeah, it's unusual. And why has the father never delivered it himself either? God, that was not what I was expecting. And ironically enough, in the fourth door, there was never any indication of a painting existing. Yeah, fair enough. Oh god, new theme. Yeah, he looks very, very... I don't know what's happened, but... looks very tragic, whatever it is. Something that actually holds a surprising amount of meaning to him. So whatever this is, it has a big impact on him. I mean, why would you send a painting to somebody who lives in the dark? What's the point? God, and he's so immersed in this that he forgets that Giselle is here. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. That is actually reasonable. I mean, I get that she's been scared, but is something as personal as this really any of her business? To be honest, I actually can kind of see what Michel's saying there, but God, I don't know what's happened, but it's clearly something very, very bad. Not of that girl. Yeah, it's interesting. Could it be Morgana? Could it be possibly somebody else? Who knows? I think she's actually being a bit unreasonable, especially if this is something really personal. Just think about, I mean, if these people were, I don't know, like boyfriend and girlfriend or something. Well, not really that, but lovers, then sure, maybe, but that's not really the case at all. She doesn't really have a right to know a secret as personal as this. To be fair, I do actually agree with Michel there. Yeah. It's impossible because he really, really treats you as if you were somebody who is so low. But after all, it's fair considering the role that they are having. Maybe she is just trying to have too good of a situation. But the only thing is what this person does, what Giselle does. She is not a type of person who will just leave it at not knowing somebody very well. If she's somewhere, she wants to make an impression, she wants to get to know somebody as well as they can. She just doesn't really... She just wants it to be more personal than just a simple relationship between servant and master. She just wants to get to know this person. She doesn't want their title to be a restraint to how she knows this person and how she can how she can open up to this person. Yeah. That is very true. And if I'm going to be honest, Michel's circumstances are fair to a certain extent. I mean, he's an arsehole to her, but at the same time, it is kind of understandable why. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do see that, especially because of the fact that she never asked to be here either. She was cast here, too. Yeah, not only that, one where the concept of light and brightness and, I don't know, actually having aerated rooms is just like a concept of an alien planet. True. I know, you've got to be very, very disciplined. Yeah, but the only thing is, it is kind of understandable what Michel's thinking. But at the same time, it's not right that he uses that as an excuse to be an arsehole to her. Yeah, she's handling it as best as she can, to be honest. Obviously, she doesn't agree with how Michel's acting, but still. Totally reasonable. Oh god. Brick wall. Holy shit. Damn. I mean, she's not really probing around for information. She's not finding something that's going to, I don't know, harm Michel later on if um, if known by her, but at the same time, she just wants to know Michel for the sake of just being able to know him. Like she said, everything would be so much smoother and maybe more enjoyable. Why is he so shut off though? That's what I don't get. Yeah. Brick wall. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It is surprising, yeah. I do agree on that, actually. Or maybe she's lying. That's fair. So she's trying to make the best of the situation. Good for her. Interesting. So what is she truly like? Yeah, because maybe Michel's misinterpreted the fact that it's a facade just because of this fact. If it was a facade, why? Well, I mean, I suppose she could be. It's all. If this was a facade and she wasn't leaving, then of course it would be reasonable because she needs to live and she can get the necessary food to do so by staying here, even though a place like this would make you go fucking insane from the lack of sunlight after a while, let's be honest here. It's interesting that Michel really interprets her. He really sees the worst in her. I want to know that as well. Why was she kicked out? I don't agree that she is hiding anything. I think she genuinely wants to know Michel. because she is in a tricky situation and she wants to make the best out of it. I don't think Giselle was ill-willed whatsoever. Yeah, but I want to know that as well. So it's interesting, Michel doesn't trust her whatsoever because she doesn't know what she has done. And she has been quite vague when asked about it. But also, it's just the case that I think he's a little bit paranoid in the sense that he thinks that all of this insistence of being kind to him is all a facade. Fair. Yeah. Bollinger. Got no idea how you say that. Is there a pronunciation somewhere? Bollinger? Yeah, so it is Bollinger, I think. I mean, of course you can't trust somebody unless you fully know what they are truly hiding. Whatever she's done, it could possibly be the case that it's really bad. Isn't it ironic that everything has been, well, it's been so honest. This is Michel, unfortunately, this is Michel's true feelings. And, this is her trying to get appearances up, but yeah, it's a conversation that I mean, things like these, there wasn't really much fakery in the conversation before, but now it's full fakery. Yeah, sure thing. I mean, I really do wonder just why there was so much hostility towards her in the horse and cart, well, the carriage driver. She couldn't, no. Yeah, I totally agree. Why couldn't she? But the only thing is, this is the worst. I don't know if she actually has bad intent. I mean, I don't think she does, because I feel like we would have seen it in her thoughts, but obviously, whatever this is, it will really change her impression. Sorry, Michel's impression of her. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't it you who was saying that you have a right to know about, well, I suppose she was scared as a result of him snatching the books, that she had a right to know just why he had so much resistance. So you have a right to know his personal blunders, and yet he doesn't have a right to know yours, even though he is objectively the master of the house? Yeah, it doesn't add up. Yeah. Very true. Yeah, she should just stop. And it is very interesting. Michel's being insistive. That is fair enough, but maybe if he would accept you after this, then it could be the case that he will have trust and he could possibly want to tell you more about himself. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's just the same with his past as well. His past is also something he doesn't want to talk about. Totally. God, that's so brutal. Yeah. Oh, I don't blame him for fully wanting to know about the person that he is talking about, that he is talking to. God. Yeah, true. Exactly, it's probably something really quite bad. I don't know though, she just doesn't seem like the bad sort. If I'm going to be honest, my guess is that she's had an affair with somebody. It just feels really quite unfair, in a way, that these people, I mean, Giselle's trying her hardest to get to know Michel as much as she can, and she really is doing anything she possibly can, but it's just pointless because it's always going to result in just Michel not wanting to know, because there's this degree of distance between them. What's going to happen when she actually tells the truth, I wonder? God, look at her face. What? You just want to truly know who it is you're talking to. God, so rejection probably from his family. Is it you, or is it the situation that she needs to talk about? If Michel has made her uncomfortable, why is he only discovering it now? I don't agree with that. I think it's the situation. Whatever has happened is very bad. She might think that you are unhealthy, you are somebody who is very tragic, somebody who is an asshole, but she still wants to try and get to know you. She wants to try and make it so that both of the people's lives are more fun and just more happy and more worth living. So now he's seeing in her what he had experienced in his childhood, I'm assuming. Or just what he had experienced back home. Jesus Christ. Yeah. How can you ever say that how she is acting is her fault? No, sorry. How you are associating how she is acting with. Yeah. So unpleasant. But this is just because of the fact that he sees somebody who has made his life awful in her and the way she's acting. He's very suspicious and he is actually quite paranoid, but at the same time he's not so paranoid that he's unreasonable. He is actually reasonable. But he's also one of the people that just fail to see any goodwill in others. Yeah, and now you're thinking, now Giselle's probably thinking, oh, so this guy's mad as well? Oh my god, and yeah, where is this rage being aimed? You're taking out your anger on an innocent woman just because of the fact that she resembles the person. No, if anything, he feels this is the person that has really rejected him. Probably his mother. That phantom? What? Jesus Christ, what is he doing? Yeah. Ironic, isn't it? Servant and master relationship, and yet the servant has more impact than the master could deliver. Yeah, you say it. Yeah. You're horrible. You're actually horrible. But at the same time, do you know what's also horrible? His past, I'd assume. I mean, I'm sorry, but I think it's obvious by now. Yeah. That's disgusting. Do you ever forget that this person's maybe a human being as well as a servant? No. She should stop. He's probably just listening and thinking about how ridiculous it is. Dude, Michelle should be the one apologising. It's absolutely ridiculous that she's apologising. It just shows you how corrupt this how corrupt this... I don't want to call it a relationship. I don't want to call it a bond either. Or how corrupt the standpoints between these two people are. I would have done the same. She should stop. Seriously, I think it would be a lot easier if she were, to be honest. Well, I agree. Are you gonna feel bad for doing what you did at all? Like, seriously? Good. Like, I'm sorry, but good. Oh God. Oh my gosh, he's really thinking of doing that. Holy shit, that was not what I was expecting. God. Yeah. Encaged. Interesting name. Jesus Christ, man, that was horrible. That was seriously horrible. It was so... just insanely unpleasant. God. Yeah, she is being treated so she's just being treated so horribly, and Michel was being very inhumane with just in general how he is treating her. And it's interesting that he's seeing more of the people that he doesn't like in her, so that just gives him an excuse to just instinctively be more physically violent. And it just feels so horrible for Giselle in the sense that just in the sense that she's trying so hard to get this to work, but at the same time obviously there's not the most true thing about them, and probably the most important thing about them hasn't been told, so of course it's going to be it's going to be really different. It's going to be really difficult for them to be able to have reduced amounts of distance between them. And if I'm going to be honest, depending on what she has done, it might be totally hopeless. But I don't blame Michel for not fully trusting her, and that being the reason as to why he will never really get close to her and he will never really recognise her efforts, just because of that suspicion. And my God, it's just all so cruel. There is not a single indication of kindness whatsoever. Yeah. It's a rough story. I mean, I can definitely see why Giselle would want to make a version that just completely makes everything kinder and less brutal. Because this is just brutal. There is no other way of describing it. But, yeah, it's still well written, so yeah. It's just going to be interesting to see where it goes. And if there's... And I don't really understand with Michel as well, because that part where he was saying that ending line between one of the parts... When the scenes with his perspective ended... those parts there, what he said about hurting her, I just wonder I really do wonder if they are going to ever reach an equal standpoint. I really do. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.